Friends and subscribers, man swallows $23,000 worth in gold bars. You must be asking yourself, why in the world would he do this? Well, the 12 gold bars that the man swallowed in his gullet are precious metals to try to get from Singapore to India. Why? Because he doesn't want to pay massive taxes, and gold smuggling into India has increased dramatically from 4 to 15% last year, with customs departments in Delhi airports saying they've seized 352 kg of gold by the end of 2013, 52 times more than the previous year. That is massive, and that has to do, of course, with governments of the world making the wrong decisions and trying to control something that shouldn't be controlled, because gold has been on this earth longer than any man has, and it is the only real money that stood the test of time. So how can you tax it, and how can you try to regulate it? It's an element of the earth. But try to tell that to central governments and talking heads, and they'll try to convince you that gold is a ancient relic. Well, then why is everybody hoarding it and smuggling it? In Australia, 200 million in faked misappropriated GST payments for smuggled gold, and these bars are some of the items that are smuggled throughout Australia and not reported for tax fraud. 5 charged with Australian minted gold bars fraud, totaling 1.8 million. Fake gold and diamond mines scammed for $350,000. This Ponzi scheme is to invest in gold mines in Africa. More and more people want to get in on the game as they see that this financial worldwide Ponzi scheme is folding and may be coming to a close within the next few years. Australian authorities continue on a $65 million gold bullion fraud probe. This is like something they've never seen before, all while the Perth Mint is having record sales of their products so far this year. Gold smuggling in India reaches record highs, and they say that in India what's happening is they're seeing 52 times the amount of gold smuggled in to the country than before. India's gold imports fall sharply by 66%, but the smuggling soars, so people are going through alternative means to get their wealth preserved. And guess what? All of you Bitcoin fanboys out there, they're not using cryptocurrency. Well, that's not to say that people aren't investing in cryptocurrency, but gold still rises to the challenge as being the #1 currency in the world and the currency of choice, as evidenced by these news articles around the world. People are smuggling gold, hoarding gold, doing anything they can to get on the gold game, because they know that gold had not dropped below $1,200 in change when it was beat down, and has very little chance of dropping to $1,000 or lower. In fact, all signs point to gold becoming much higher in value. China becomes the largest importer of gold. Some of it's smuggled to India, and they'll smuggle it across the Chinese countryside all the way to India. Nepal being a hotbed for gold smuggling. India via Nepal. I talked about this in my China news. BBC News, a smuggled stone that was once more precious than gold. It's called jade in Burma, now opened up, is one of the locations in the world where jade smuggling is becoming rampant, because Burma is one of the few places you can actually get jade at ridiculously low prices. And it's real jade. It is not jadeite. It is the real deal. So if you want cheap jade and you're Chinese, Burma, Myanmar, that's the place to go to get it while it's still hot. So what is this telling us? Well, it's telling us this, that people do not trust currencies, fiat currencies. They're not going into Bitcoin, and they're doing whatever they can to prepare themselves for what they know is coming. They can feel it. It's a total collapse of the world monetary system and massive manipulation by central bankers and governments. So it's time to get in on the game, because it's the only game in town, and when this thing finally collapses, I will have to say that I told you so.